Second and third periods for sure looked a lot more like the Capitals that you're used to seeing, but only giving up the one power play goal and really still controlling the play 5-on-5 for the most part. How pleased were you with that effort?
Well, I liked our start, and you're right. I thought second and third, I thought we got a little loose in some areas, and we got we can clean that up. Those are things that you can clean up in our game. So you knew that the team on the other side was going to come hard, and they're loaded. They got lots of weapons. They can do a lot of different things. So we just stayed with it, and we got the really timely saves by Varley, especially in the overtime. But so it'd be you see it all the time where you get that timely save on Verona. You made 2 saves on Verona. We come back and score within half a minute or so, and that's hockey sometimes. So. But we know we've got another level in our game, which is really good to know.
Next question, Corey Wright.
Barry, Matt just seems like the kind of guy that really lives for these big moments and moments in the spotlight. Do you get that sense, and does he elevate his game accordingly?
Well, I think Matt, he wants to be that difference maker, and today, he got an opportunity. He capitalized on that, and I just like the growth of Matthew. He's growing all the time as a player, and these experiences are going to help him grow. Play the right way, knowing how to play in the playoffs, understanding you got to fight for inches, all those things. So it's a really good learning process, and he's been, accepting the challenges that I've given him.
We'll take a question from Brian Compton.
All right, you touched on it briefly there a minute ago, but just how nice was it to see the guys reward Varley for those back-to-back saves that he made on Verona?
Yeah, you always want to, your goalie is, your goalie's your eraser. Sometimes as a coach or a team that your goaltender can erase all your mistakes, and then we made a couple mistakes there, and Varley erased it, and then getting it for him I'll say it's a good process where you want to reward your goalie for, bailing you out, and you can bail him out with a win when you get that opportunity.
We'll go back to Arthur. Do you have a follow-up?
Hey Barry, you've talked about how important Adam is to your defensive game. It seemed like today he added a little bit more in the offensive end with setting up the first goal, and in the third period he seemed like he was on his toes the entire time, and that seems hard to do when you're out there against Alex's line all night.
Yeah, I know Pelly. I think what you're seeing is Pelly's hitting his stride. Obviously, he missed so much time with the injury and then training camp, and he's getting more and more reps, so that all those instincts that he has that make him such a good defender, those are getting acutely sharp, and I think he's got a lot of confidence, and he should, because he's playing really well.
We'll take a few more for Coach. Next, Andrew Gross.
Yeah, Barry, with regards to the power play, I know how good a PK the Capitals have. How much of it would you say is the Caps' penalty kill at this point?
Well, they have a very good penalty kill. We had some looks and we had some opportunities. We didn't bury them, and it's a little bit of both. I mean, one thing that you find in a playoff series is that you're studying that team. They've had an opportunity to study our power play for some times, and now you're in a series that you're seeing the same people, the same tendencies. Coaching staffs are seeing the same thing. So there's little adjustments. We've been making adjustments, and they've been making adjustments as well. So a couple times we had some great looks. We just didn't execute them quick enough. Because they were being aggressive on us, and you have to move the puck, and those windows of opportunity open up. You've got to make that pass when that window opens up, and you've got to deliver the puck to the net when that window opens up. And we were just a step slow at doing that. So as we go along here, hopefully we'll find the back in that a little bit and stay disciplined as we have been, and maybe it'll be the difference maker for us.
We'll go back to Corey Wright. Do you have a follow-up?
Barry, Anders after the game now just said that the next one's going to be the toughest, and you guys know that. But does a 3-0 series lead against Washington right now just reaffirm that the style you guys play is just good for playoff hockey?
Well, I think every time you win a game, in the regular season or playoffs, I think it helps with your buy-in, understanding how you play and how you're successful and where your strengths are. I think it is a good teacher. Sometimes the best teacher is your results, and so we're getting some results right now. So that's the best teacher for me.
Our last question will come from the Media Center.
Barry, as Dave noted with the fourth period, you just touched on making adjustments as the series progresses. When a player like Nick Backstrom isn't in the lineup for the opposition, how do you make those adjustments? And do you do anything differently to effectively play against not having that type of a player in the lineup?
No, you just try to take advantage of Nick is a big piece of what they do, and a great leader and a great player. And you try to get certain matchups. They've got to lean on other players like Kuznetsov and Eller to play bigger minutes, and hopefully you can take advantage of those guys playing bigger minutes as well. So just as as the coach on the opposition, they're hoping that those guys playing bigger minutes can contribute too. So it works both ways. We're not going to change our game. I don't think if Nick is in, we're going to change our game. I think we try to do what we do, and he's a big piece of what they do.